Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing, and today I'm delighted to have Lee Gormley on. He's currently had 6 fights, 5 wins with 1 defeat, and yes, how we doing today, Lee? Pleasure getting you on.
Thanks very much, Sam. Been a long time coming. We've been speaking for a while, haven't we? But yeah, cheers for having me on.
Yeah, and it's been some journey so far. Your 5 wins, 1 defeat, as we mentioned a second ago. But yeah, I mean, you just fought the weekend just gone, didn't you, against Jake Pollard?
Yeah, just got my latest win last weekend. It was one of Anthony Manning's shows in Birmingham, so bit of a trek for us from Bolton to Birmingham, but got the win. Best performance yet. Stepped up to 6 rounds against a very tough, come forward opponent. So yeah, very pleased with that.
Yeah, and of course because in your previous fight in November in Rayton, where you fought Jake Pollard, so it was the rematch with Jake Pollard. Why was that? Were you struggling to find opponents or?
No, so what happened was the one last year was supposed to be 6 rounds. It was scheduled initially for 6 rounds in Newcastle, but what happened? There was some sort of mix-up or with the board or with paperwork and stuff like that. So it got about literally 5 minutes before I was supposed to make my ring walk. The guy from the show came and said it got cut from 6 rounds to 4 rounds, which was annoying. So what they did, like the promotions and like the people involved just rebooked it straight away just for like the next possible show. So for 6 rounds officially, like so we just went with that.
Yeah, and of course this time it was 6 rounds. This time you got a 58-56 win over him. Talk about the fight with this time and how it was different to the first time you fought him in November.
Yeah, I think the scorecards were a bit generous. I think the referee, I don't know where he got 2 rounds from, to be perfectly honest. I think I clearly won every round, but yeah, I'll not really get into that with in terms of like referees and stuff over here. Like, but yeah, that's all I'll say on that. But in terms of like the difference in the fight. He brought it more this time, Jack, and he proper from the opening bell tried to take my head off, like so. He was coming out swinging with bad intentions, and that's exactly what I needed. Like, my first step up to 6 rounds, I wanted someone to come forward and have a good go of it, and he did exactly that. And yeah, second half of the fight, I pushed it up the pace, showed I can go through the gears, go through the levels, like, and yeah, got the win and really happy with that one.
Would you say it was a tougher fight than the first fight with Jake?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Obviously the extra rounds stepping up, and he was in a more aggressive mood this time around. Like he proper brought it, like so. He was fired up, and yeah, it just made me perform even better though. So it was a good experience. Like,
Yeah, and of course, you got the win. Do you feel like you boxed better this time round than you did last time?
yeah, 100%. That was probably my best performance. The referee's dodgy score cards aside, boxed for all rounds, and showed I've leveled up a little bit, and I've made a lot of progress in the last year. So yeah, that was probably my best performance yet, and I'm raring to go again.
Yeah, I mean, you've. I believe that makes you able to fight for the BUI title, is it? BUI Celtic title? Does that make, having a 6 rounder makes you able to fight for the BUI?
Yeah, the Celtic title. Yeah, so yeah, that's always been a goal of mine. And before I even turned pro, I always wanted to win a Celtic title, and I think things are sort of heading in that direction. I don't know exactly when, but I think that'll happen quite soon. All in well, maybe this summer. Yeah, fingers crossed. Something like a Celtic title fight back home in Ireland, bit of a homecoming. That'll be a bit of a dream come true there. Like so, yeah, fingers crossed. I hope that happens soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, you should be in line because you've got your 3 wins on the trot. Of course, you did suffer that one defeat to Carl Sampson. Would you want to run that back maybe with Carl Sampson over the six, or do you not really? Is that not really a target of yours at the minute?
It's not nothing really that would go out of my way to push for. It was a good learning experience at the time. If it ever happened to just come up and it was there to take, down the line and maybe, but it's a different weight too. That was back when I was fighting, taking, matchmaking against guys who are a lot bigger.
Because
Uh,
I think I've seen him fight at super lightweight before as well.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think our fight was like it was above lightweight even. Like I can fight at featherweight, that's the hopefully a Celtic title fight will be father or super father, and I make super from the day from the last two fights. So fighting at lightweight and above was like just too big, really. Like so,
Mm.
yeah, but it was a good experience. It was setback early in my career, but it was like a bit of a blessing in disguise. Like, and I've learned a lot from it. So I'm a much better fighter now.
That's good stuff. So did you say if you make super feather, on the day weigh-in, I don't think you've had a day before weigh-in as of yet, no?
Oh, no, I've always had on these small hall shows and stuff, you're always weighing in on the day. Sometimes like an hour and a half, maybe at earliest, like before the fight, like so. You have to be proper disciplined to make the weight, like, and that's what I am. But yeah, always been on the day. It'll find down the night, obviously, the day before though.
Do you feel like a day before weigh-in you could make maybe featherweight?
Definitely, yeah, yeah. I even spoke to my team pretty about even doing super bantamweight, but I think that would be maybe a bit a stretch too far from my body. Like, but yeah, I can definitely do featherweight at some point day before.
Yeah, well, what do you make of the super featherweight domestic scene, the featherweight domestic scene, or the super bantamweight domestic scene?
Yeah, they're all quality fighters in all divisions. Like, I'm hopefully going to be in the mix at some point myself. Obviously, if I can get a Celtic title shot, then I'm right there. So that's what you want to do in boxing. You want to be in among all the top division on domestic and work your way from there. Like, so
Yeah, exactly that. So would what you said you could possibly make super bantam? What's your
everyone's
ideal
different though.
weight?
You take your learning experiences and Super Bomb would be, I think it's maybe a bit of a stretch, but if like a massive, massive fight came down or came up way down the line, we'll see. But I think Father's probably the limit, to be honest,
Have
for
you
now.
got your eyes on any particular fights? Around Irish level, domestic level. Is Miles Casey? He's boxing at featherweight.
Well, Miles is fighting. He's fighting next month or coming up quite soon. He's fighting for a Super Bantam title, so I think he's a bit smaller, but he's a bit like me. He's had to fight a bit higher up in weight and stuff like so. We'll see. I don't really like calling people out too much at this stage here, I'll just take what comes up like, but I'd say, there'll be a few good domestic fight in the near future, like for sure.
Yeah, hopefully. And did you see that Katie Taylor v Amanda Serrano? The third fight's been announced.
Yeah, I just seen it earlier, yeah. Massive fight. I know she's 2-0 up in the trilogy as it'll be now, like, but yeah, that's a massive fight for women's boxing, especially at MSG as well, back to New York. So yeah, looking forward to that one, July.
Yeah, well, hopefully she makes it 3-0.
Yeah, hopefully, come on the Irish, like
Yes. And of course, there was a big, I'm not sure if you seen it as you were fighting, but Paddy Donovan v Crocker. It was a big show in Ireland in Matchroom where a few Irish upcoming prospects are on it. Hopefully they maybe if they run it back in Ireland, then you can come on the card next time.
Yeah, hopefully. I've heard about it being in the summer, maybe. The rematch, like, but yeah, that was a big night in Belfast for Irish boxing. Controversial ending, like, but these things just hype up a potential rematch down the line then for them boys, like, so yeah.
Are you hoping that your next fight's in Ireland?
In the summer, maybe, yeah. I'm speaking with my team and stuff and seeing what happens. If it's going to be a Celtic title fight, then it'll be in Ireland, yeah. But you never know. I might get out before then, even as well, before in England first. But we'll see. See what happens.
Well, so where do you train out of? You Bolton, did you say?
Yeah, so I'm from Armagh in Ireland originally, but I've lived in England for like 10 years now, and I train in Bolton in Manchester at Elite Boxing Gym in Bolton. So yeah, I've been based here like for the whole time I've been boxing, so a few years. It's a great gym.
Yeah. So did you? I know you just fought the weekend just gone, but have you? When are you planning on trying to fight next? Do you want to get out in the summer or?
Uh, I'm old school, like I'll fight as soon as possible. Really, obviously, I'm around my weight and stay ready. So we'll see. As I said, like I was speaking to my team, and if there's a Celtic title fight, it'll be in the summer. So if that is going to be in the summer, then ideally I would like to get out for an 6 rounder like beforehand, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I was like, as I said, like I'm old school. Like I get straight back in the gym. I wanted to come in on Monday to the gym after fighting Saturday, but I wasn't allowed till they told me not to come back till at least Wednesday. So I've been back in from yesterday training, like just a light one this week, and then get back on it next week.
Yeah, I'm ready for the phone to go again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Would you be able to fight for the central area as you train in Bolton or no?
Yeah, I think that's another step. At some point, work my way towards. One of my teammates actually supposed to fight for the Central Area Super Bantamweight title this weekend. Aaron Hayden, he was supposed to have a big title fight in Blackburn, but his opponent pulled out. So
Yeah.
yeah, Central Area title, that's a big one, and around this area, like, so. Never say never. Maybe down the line be another one.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, so last couple of things is what's your goal for this year?
Yeah, I had a few goals from the end of last year till this year, and one of them, obviously, I wanted to get. I had a few months where I couldn't get back in the ring, so I wanted to stay active, like, and get back. One was a return fight, which I've done, and one was stepping up to 6 rounds, which I've now done, and fighting and winning a Celtic title, was one of my next ones on my list, like, so. It'd be a dream for me to win a Celtic title at some point this year and just stay busy and hopefully some big fights then as well down the line, big cards.
Yeah, 100% those big fights and those big nights will come for you, mate. And last thing is, do you want to thank anybody at all, whether that's your shout out your gym sponsors, anyone?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sponsors, the absolutely massive help for me so far in my career. Like fighters like me, like we're working our way up and working full-time jobs and stuff as well. We need them badly. So yeah, all my main ones. I've got Viva, NMN, John Byrne, Civil Solutions, G&G Tours, Roof Kings, Go Click Media, Box Raw, Anthony Hendren, School of Motoring, Juice Boxing, CBD1, Supplement X, Verve Sport. Thanks very much for all their help.
Yeah, I'm from Mealy. I appreciate your time today, and well done on your win against Pollard last week. Well done.
Thanks very much, Sam. Speak soon. Thanks
Thank
very
you,
much.
Lee. Bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.